we're back, we're live, we're Think Tech Talks. We're talking about life on Lanai. We have a show every week at, Wednesday at 3 o'clock, featuring Alberta de Jetley, who is the lady about town in Lanai. She's a journalist, a farmer, and a lady about town in Lanai, and she brings us the most interesting stories about life on Lanai. And so today, she is with Matt Glickstein, not related to the lawyer here in Honolulu?
Yes, that's my dad.
Oh, no kidding. All right. Now it all comes together for me. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome to the show, Matt Glickstein, and of course, Alberta, kisses to you. Let me turn it over to you now. We're talking about the Lanai Performing Arts Center, and Matt is the guy who runs the Lanai Performing Arts Center. So we need to know a lot about that. We need to know about the, Lanai blossoming, Lanai filled with creativity. Take it away, Alberta de Jetley.
Jay, one of the most interesting things about my job as being the editor and publisher of Lanai today is I get to meet all kinds of new people moving to our island. And when Matt moved over to Lanai, he was just such an interesting young man that I have been so thrilled and blessed to know him. So this is my friend Matt Glickstein. He's the originator, founder of the Lanai Academy of Performing Arts. But I want Matt to tell us how he ended up on Lanai.
Yeah, I actually met my wife, Carrie, going to UH on Oahu, and then she got a job offer to come here and teach band. So I decided to come along with her and have an adventure here. And I'm a composer, so since I got here, I've been doing a lot of work with kids and music.
But before you came to Lanai, did you know anything at all about it?
Not really. I mean, I just had read a couple stories in the paper. I saw there was a free golf course, which I'm a golfer, and I'm like, hey, that sounds like a cool place. And then we came to visit for the Pineapple Festival, actually, before we decided to come, and we really fell in love with it.
Yeah, I remember when I first met your wife, Carrie, that she said that she had come to Lanai originally for, in the old days, back in the 60s, they used to do this great, huge band concert every summer with bands from different schools. So didn't she come to Lanai originally for that?
She had been here a couple times before. I'm not sure what she came for, though.
Yeah, those concerts are really, really amazing. So how did you actually then move from being a composer and coming here to compose music to working with the kids at school?
Well, when I came here, I got a job as a teaching assistant. Mm-hmm. And then working with the kids throughout the years, I actually followed the same group of kids, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. When I got to 4th grade, I was with a teacher named Sandy Patterson, and she really brought out the creativity in the kids, and she started connecting language arts and songwriting. So the kids had written some poems, and I kind of compiled their lyrics and made it into a song, and that's kind of how it started with the kids and the music.
I know. So you and Sandy have been a fabulous pair, because Sandy is one of those teachers that's just a live spark plug. So maybe later we'll have her on our show.
Definitely.
But she started teaching kindergarten, didn't she? And now she's in the 4th grade?
Now she's 4th grade, yeah.
Yeah. So what other activities have the two of you been up to?
Well, she actually co-founded Lanai Academy of Performing Arts with me, so we're pretty busy doing that. That's an after-school program. We meet twice a week, and we do musicals and performances and songs and acting.
This sounds like a whole lot of work and a whole lot of money. How are you funding your programs, your after-school programs? Is it just all free?
It's all free, so we're not charging for any kids to come in. We're just doing fundraising here locally, and the community's been really, really supportive with all our chocolate selling, and we actually had a couple people just donate out of their own. I mean, they didn't even ask for anything. They just gave us money, and we did a performance last year which helped raise a lot of money that we're kind of still going off of. So.
Oh yeah, your Academy of Performing Arts, because I'm the editor of the newspaper, I get to pick and choose the things that I'm going to feature on my front page. And whenever you have something going on, I always like to do front page. This is the Lanai Today's June 2012 issue, and his Academy of Performing Arts is on the very front page. Then they also have an inside page with stories, but these kids do an amazing amount of hard work getting a show together, getting their parents involved, getting all of their relatives involved. How many performances did you do on this?
We actually did 5 performances, so we had one Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then again the following weekend. So it was a lot of work.
Sold out every night?
Sold out every night. So
that was great.
That was great, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, are there any plans now for a future theater for you?
We're not sure where we're gonna be performing, but for our next show, we want to do 101 Dalmatians, like the kid version, and we're looking at doing it in the county gym here. There's actually a stage there.
Oh yeah.
So that's actually a really nice stage. So that could be a potential venue for us this summer.
You know, back in the 50s, they used to do plays there.
That's
so
what we heard.
It's going to be really exciting to have the gym available again as a venue for plays, live performances. So I know that you have been instrumental in doing all kinds of songs at school.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about, you did one that was performed, not actually live performance for the Dalai Lama,
Right.
but you showed a film clip to the Dalai Lama. What was that all about? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, sure. It was actually taken, like I was saying earlier, from poems. The kids had to write poems on peace. So the whole theme was peace. And when I saw the poems and it came together as a song, it happened that the Dalai Lama was in the news because he was going to be visiting Honolulu. So I thought, hey, why not just take a shot and send them our recording of our song and see what happens. And then from that, actually, Mary Charles, who owns Hotel Lanai, she was the one coordinating the whole event. And her husband does like video production. So they actually sent him here, and he was really instrumental in helping to create the video, which was then shown a couple months later at the event. So the way that worked out was just like, wow.
Wow, you had an inside track with Mary Charles on your team.
And I didn't even know that she was the one coordinating. I just happened to send an email to the event coordinator, who I didn't know who it was.
You just sent it on
I just sent it out.
On faith that
That
somebody
maybe
would
somebody
look at
would look at it, and it happened to be her. So it was funny how that worked out.
Did it? Well, when you went over to Oahu, you couldn't take your group with you.
I couldn't take the group, but there was actually some high school kids that were able to go with another teacher, but they showed the whole video like during the preview times before the Dalai Lama came out to speak, and it was shown in front of the whole San Sheriff Center. So
yeah,
that was really neat.
Well, I know that we sent a clip over to Jay, so hopefully if it's ready, Jay, maybe we can show it to our audience. If it's not quite ready, we can go on and talk about a few more things. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, let's play it now.
Okay.
Yes. Which one is it, Alberta?
Singing to the World.
Okay, we're going to play that right now.
It's called Singing to the World, and it's a beautiful peace song that they wrote. And is it okay if we perform this for you? Yeah? All right.
Pieces, gumdrops, and raindrops, gazing at the stars, spread all the peace to the world, like jelly from a glass jar. Peace is to be a good person, keeping your dreams alive, making things a little bit better, giving your friend a high five. I see the world in a different way, everyone coming together. We all see the world in a peaceful way,
Okay, Alberta, Matt, that was a great movie. Really appreciate you giving us that to us so we could play it. And now I turn it back to you, Alberta, to discuss it and how it got created and what it means.
You know, Matt, I am just totally blown away every time I see this video. How long did it take you to make that first video?
Probably at least a year, actually, when I think about all the work that went into it, because we had to record the song with all the kids first, and that was a huge undertaking just because I wanted to include anybody who wanted to try, and then I had to do the editing of just the song.
So you did an audition. You did open cattle call for an audition?
Yes.
Wow, how many kids showed up for that?
I would say there's about 50 kids in the 4th grade, and probably 30 or 40 actually tried to sing at least.
You're lucky I wasn't in that class because I sing like a frog. Did you have some children show up who couldn't carry a tune, or?
Most of them could. Most of them were pretty good, and I actually was able to include really a large amount of kids, and they even had solos,
wonderful.
So that was a lot of fun.
That is really wonderful that you were able to use so many voices.
Yeah.
So, in addition, this was sort of the first film that you did.
Yes.
So where did that take you after that?
This really led to a huge inspiration in the kids. They went on to actually write about 9 more songs in like 6 months. The kids were there was one girl who wrote a lot of the songs on her own. She went home and wrote lyrics, and I would create the music. But the kids as a class wrote a few songs as well. And so we wound up creating a whole CD of 9 or 10 songs, and then also 9 or 10 music videos to go with it over like the next 6 months, which is crazy.
Well, it sounds like you really touched something in them, as video does, and you made a new opportunity for them and gave them a chance to create with you, around you, for you. And so, did you see that happening? What was the magic button that made them participate and want to write more songs?
I think that seeing that video, and we held a party when it was shown at the Dalai Lama event where it was live streamed, so we had all the kids and the parents come watch their video being shown even though they couldn't go to the event. I think seeing themselves really inspired them and they really wanted to do more, and they did.
It's funny how that kind of thing can change your life, You get a whole new view of things and sort of self-confidence you may not have had before. Also, I want to say, Matt, good production values, good color. There was some very nice shots in there. Which brings me to the point that we better take a break right now. We'll come back and see you guys some more in a minute and see some more movies. This is Think Tech Talks, Life in Lanai. We'll be right back after this short break. Castle & Cook, Hawaii. Investing in Hawaii, creating communities, and providing for the needs of our state. Collateral Analytics. Empowering the real estate industry to make better informed property investment decisions. The Foreign Trade Zone. Bringing the benefits of the Foreign Trade Zone programs to Hawaii businesses and entrepreneurs. Galen Ho, a senior executive of BAE Systems, a global defense, security, and aerospace company. Hawaiian Electric Company and its affiliates Maui Electric and Hawaii Electric Light Company on Hawaii Island. The Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, incorporating diverse perspectives to design a flexible and forward-looking energy strategy. Hawaii Energy, the state's energy and efficiency program created to help Hawaii's residents and businesses adopt a clean energy lifestyle. Hawaii Gas, helping Hawaii achieve its transition to clean energy and a better energy future. Hawaii Pacific Health, bringing technology and teamwork together to transform healthcare in Hawaii. The High Tech Development Corporation, attached to DBED, is the state's leading technology agency. The Scheidler Family Foundation, supporting educational, cultural, and charitable organizations, including Think Tech. Okay, we're back. We're live. This is the Think Tech series, Think Tech Talks, on a given Wednesday in the 3 o'clock block, talking about life on Lanai with Alberta de Jetley, journalist, farmer, and lady about town, and Matt Glickstein, who does performing arts. A center and an educational process for kids, and he makes movies. We saw one of them. Now we're going to see some more. Back to you, Alberta.
During the break, we were sitting here talking about the different things Matt has done, and I don't know whether or not you can see this on your screen, but this is an album called Songs for a Better World. Because when they were writing and producing all of this music, these children were learning language arts and language skills. So they were thinking about different things that really matter to them. So Matt, tell us about some of the songs that does appear on this album.
We wanted to make a difference with our songs and have a point and not just write random songs. So a lot of the songs on here really have a theme. Like one of the songs is Every Day is Earth Day, and it's all about sustainability and recycling. And there's a song on here that we're going to hear in a minute called Dream What Could Be Done, which deals with homelessness. There's a Mother's Day song. There's a song about cats and like the cat sanctuary here. There's a song about being green. So all the songs have a point and a cause.
You know, the Kitty Community song is really, really cute. And on the Lanai Animal Rescue Center website, they play that song.
Yes.
It's posted on that. So every time I see that video, I smile a lot. The next video, though, that I would really, really like Matt to talk about is the video they produced on homelessness, because it's a serious subject facing all of us in Hawaii, especially on Oahu, where Waikiki, you know, we have homeless people sleeping in Waikiki. We have homeless people who have taken over parts of the city streets. And for us living on Lanai, I bet your kids have never seen a homeless person.
Right. I was actually not even sure that they would be able to write a song about homelessness because we really don't have much of it at all here.
So what was the inspiration? How did that whole song evolve?
Well, that song actually was made on request. One of the bloggers on the Huffington Post, I think her name was Christine Shands, she had seen our Dalai Lama peace song video. And so she writes about homelessness, and she had actually asked me to have the kids try and write a song and do a video about homelessness. And so I said, sure, let's give it a try. But I wasn't sure that the kids would be able to.
What kind of reaction did you have from them?
They surprisingly knew more about it than I thought they did, because a lot of them do travel off island and they go to Maui and they see it there. So they actually had quite a lot to say about it.
What did their parents think, though, when you know, if my child came home and said, oh, Mr. Glickstein is having me write about homeless bums or homeless people, what kind of parent reaction were you getting?
The parents were extremely supportive of everything that we were doing. I never had any parents say anything to me about doing a more serious subject like homelessness.
Yeah, it's every time I've seen it, I end up crying. So I'm not going to watch it and replay it this time. Okay?
It's a pretty extremely different feel than the first video that you saw. It's a lot more serious, but it still has hope in it. It's not all sad. We wanted to have. It's a different perspective when you hear kids singing about it, and you see kids.
I wish there was a way for you to take your class, this group of students, to the legislature to show our legislators this video, because it's very powerful. But you have gone to Honolulu to perform it. Did you take a group or did you just take the video?
I actually just took the video. I was invited to speak at the 2012 State Homeless Awareness Conference, and they did show the video there in front of the whole conference. So that was a really good exposure for that video, and I think it did make a difference with a lot of the people there. They were pretty moved.
Oh, great. Jay, if that video is up and ready to be viewed, we can move on to it. Unless you have anything else you
Why don't we
want to
play
say?
the second video now? This is the one about homelessness. We're going to play it now for you, Alberta and Matt.
Look all around us, what do you see? People sitting on the street. It's so helpless, what can we do? Come on, everyone, let's think. They're lonely and give them love. dream what could be done.
Okay, we're back, and let me say, Matt, that's a very nice film. Good
Thank you.
production quality. The whole thing, very professional. Gee, that's wonderful that you do that. So anyway, let me turn it back to you, Alberta, and why don't you ask Matt how that one got created and what the ultimate meaning of that film is.
I just love that film, although it does make me cry every time I see it. One thing that really impresses me, Matt, are your two vocalists. How did you choose them? I mean, how did you get them to do this?
Well, as we started doing these songs, they just started developing. Like, one of the girls on there, I didn't even know that she could sing like that until we had started doing these songs, and she got more and more confident, and she was able to just really do great on that.
It just comes straight, it's as if they're singing straight from their heart.
Yes, they communicate that really, really well.
You have so many children in your pool of talent. And I know that you have this young boy, Danish.
Yes.
Wow, he's only 7 years old. And last year he opened the graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
And he stood up on this, everybody was just amazed because he stood up on this stool in back of the podium, totally at ease, totally professional. How did he evolve?
I teach piano lessons as well, and I started teaching him piano, and when he was in first grade, his parents didn't think that he had any ability. They didn't know, and then when he started playing, he just blew me away. He is a prodigy. There's several kids here that are very, very talented, and they would be anywhere that they are.
Oh, it's just really, really good to see you developing them along, because if it weren't for you, their talent would have been totally wasted.
It's really, really fun to see, and that's what I enjoy most, is seeing the kids really develop, and their talent is just, it's so fun to watch it in action.
That's really good. I know Danish has a little sister. How old is she? About
I
3?
think she's 3 or 4, and she's already kind of trying to join. She's dancing along to a lot of our songs, so pretty soon I think she'll have to join our Academy of Performing Arts.
I went to a rehearsal that you were doing, and she was out there in the front row, and she knew every song that you were performing.
Yep.
She was dancing along with you. What age group do you take?
We don't really have an age limit or like old or young. The kids we have now are between about 2nd and 7th grade. We'd like to get older, and we could even go younger. It just depends on the kid. We're willing to be open to any age, though.
Surely you have a lot of needs for this the Lanai Academy of Performing Arts. What's on your wish list? If you could have a wish list of what you needed to help you move along, what would you ask for?
Oh, don't answer that yet, Matt, because I want to take a short break. I want you to hold that. It's a great question. We're going to take a short break and come right back. That's Alberta de Jetley and Matt Glickstein on Lanai on Skype. We'll be right back after the short break.
Aloha, I'm Nicole Horry for Think Tech. For nearly half a century, the Hawaii Foreign Trade Zone No. 9 has brought the benefits of the Foreign Trade Zone program to Hawaii businesses and entrepreneurs. DBET, the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism, operates Hawaii's Foreign Trade Zone program to encourage international business and economic development. The Foreign Trade Zone's mission is to increase the amount of international trading activity in Hawaii, thereby providing employment opportunities for the residents of our island state. For more information, see ftz9.org. I'm Nicole Horry. Mahalo.
equipment.
Okay, we're back. We're live. We're on Lanai, live on Lanai. We're on Lanai by way of Skype. We're talking to Alberta de Jetley, our host on Lanai, and a guest on Lanai, Matt Glickstein from the Lanai Performing Arts Academy. I get that right?
Academy of Performing Arts.
Academy of Performing Arts, and we've been talking about performing arts on Lanai. Lanai, the island under the stars, if you don't mind. And you had a very wonderful question pending, so why don't we go to that, Alberta?
Okay, well, I'll ask it again. Before the break, I asked Matt what was on his wish list. If he could have whatever it is he needed for his academy, what would it be?
Well, right now we're operating out of the school here. It would be great to have our own building, our own place right now. We don't have any place to store anything. We don't really have any of our own equipment. It's everything that we have is borrowed. So equipment and a place, basically.
A place to call home.
A place to call home, yes. But it's been great. I mean, the school has been really supportive in letting us use their facilities, and other people have also let us borrow equipment, costumes, so couldn't really ask for too much more.
Yeah, I know when you did your play, Island Below the Star,
Right.
You used the space next door is the Guinea's gymnastics space or gymnastics studio. So they had all their costumes lined up on temporary racks and curtains hung. I mean, it works. You don't need very much to make things work.
Right.
It's this drive that you have
Right. You
to
make it work.
excel. You make it work. I know that further on we're going to be showing another video of your Christmas performance. You were invited to perform at the lodge at Koele. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, that was kind of an amazing story as well. A jazz singer named Brenda Whitaker. She lives in Los Angeles. She was visiting Lanai in September, and she was on a bus tour. And I guess the bus driver told her about our play Island Below the Star. And so she found out that there was a performing arts academy, and she does a lot of work with kids as well, and she gives back a lot. She's a really great person. So when she got back to Los Angeles, she emailed me, and she knew she was going to be performing here for a couple weeks during the Christmas season, and she actually invited our group to do something with her, which I thought was an amazing gesture, that she would reach out to she doesn't even know me, she doesn't know anything about us other than we did a show, and so it was her gesture that really did it.
So you ended up being her opening act.
Yes, for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, she performed at the Koele Lodge, and we were the opening, but we also did a couple things with her as well. We got to sing along with her band, and we did a couple of our own songs.
Wow. I went to your rehearsal down at the the Four Seasons at Manili Bay in the conference center.
Yes.
And you had a potluck for the crew, didn't you?
Yeah, that was really great. We have really great parents and community support, so they were willing to bring food down and lays, and it was a great experience for the kids to have a real rehearsal with a real band and actually just get to hang out and meet everybody.
Wow, I bet that was a really, really good experience. I'm looking at your Lapa, which is what you call it. You do accept donations from the public, and you're not officially a nonprofit agency yet?
Not yet, but I think that would be in the future plan for sure. We're a new organization. We just really started this last year, 2013, in about February, so we're still kind of figuring things out on that end.
Yeah, but you are accepting donations, and hopefully as more donations come in, you can find your fiscal sponsor until you're your own nonprofit. But can I share your box number?
Sure, that'd be great.
So checks can be made to LAPA. It's LAPA, Lanai Academy of Performing Arts. Their P.O. Box number is 631124, Lanai City, Hawaii, 96763. And Matt, let's share your email, not your email address, but your website.
Sure. It's just lanaiacademy.org.
That's easy.
Very easy.
And then, but in addition to that, you also have your own website where all of the compositions that you have done, because One of the things that really impresses me about Matt is not only is he doing this, but when we had the tsunami in Japan, you wrote some songs and you put out a website for donations for the tsunami victims. You want to tell us about that?
Well, that's what really inspires me as a composer is writing for things like that can make a difference. And that's how I got the idea of Songs for a Better World, which is what we did with the kids. That actually started with the Japan tsunami. I wrote a song to try to benefit the victims there. And so that got me to thinking, hey, I should be writing songs like this to try to help people. That's what's inspiring to me.
So how many songs do you have on your own website?
Probably about 15 in this category. Most of the stuff has been with the kids, but there have been a couple other ones like the Japan one. And we did one actually for Sandy Hook last year with the same two girls that did the Dream What Could Be Done song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have any songs in the works right now?
Right now we have a song on sustainability that we're working on called Sustainability. So hopefully that will be the next music video. Yeah.
Great. That's really, really great. We have one more video to show, and it's about the true meaning of Christmas. So, Jay, do you want to do a break before we do the video? Or
No, let's go directly to the video, Alberta. Why don't we play it right now?
Great.
The traditions of Christmas we hear every year. All the songs and the stories are things we hold dear. Decorations and presents, the candles and snow, all the holly and ivy and mistletoe. But there is something more. 'Cause beyond all the planning, the shopping and cheer, there's a meaning much greater, the this time of year. The true meaning of Christmas isn't under the tree. It is found when we love and we give selflessly. When we love unselfishly. As Christmas draws near, we too often get lost. And Christmas is cold as a frost. So let's remember and rise along. 'Cause the true meaning of Christmas is love. The true meaning of Christmas isn't wrapped in a bow. And it's not what you're given, but what you bestow. If there's one part of Christmas that's special to me, it is found when we love and we give selflessly. When we love unselfishly. As Christmas draws near, we too often get lost. And Christmas is cold as a frost. So let's remember and rise along. 'Cause the true true meaning of Christmas isn't under the tree. It is found when we love and we give selflessly. 'Cause the true meaning of Christmas is love.
Okay, we're back. We're back from that film. That was also wonderful. We're here with Alberta de Jetley, journalist and farmer and lady about town in Lanai, investigating Lanai, revealing Lanai, life in Lanai, island below the stars, with Matt Glickstein, who has made some wonderful films and done wonderful things to document what's going on in Lanai, just the way Alberta does. So you guys have a lot in common. Joining us by Skype from Lanai right now today, and it's great to have you here. And the question comes to me, Matt, is what are you going to do with all this talent and all these things you've discovered and people have discovered around you on Lanai? When you get a call from Broadway, they're going to call you. I know they are.
I
and they're
hope
going to
so.
want you to come there and do musical theater there, and maybe make movies too. What are you going to say to them?
That would be my dream come true, really. I mean, that's my favorite thing about composing and music is live theater. That's my passion. So I hope that the kids continue down this path and some of them can head in that direction as well.
Well, what's interesting is you're at an intersection. You're bringing this kind of nourishment to Lanai. Lanai needs that. But what's happening is in a small town, in a state which is very remote, is now having first-class creative experience in performing arts. This is a wonderful thing to see, and I'm sure it's not lost on anyone. And Alberta, you're there to witness it and to document it. It's a great opportunity, and as I said before, you should have Matt on the show from time to time to see what's going on.
I know. I just love seeing what he and his partner Sandy Patterson are doing at the school, because Sandy's another, dynamo at the school. And she's always so enthusiastic and does so many things. Years and years ago, I helped her when she took a group of kindergartners to Nameli on Maui. And she did all the costumes. She had all the parents made costumes out of sheets and did petite dyed them, Oh, it was so much fun. And I was with her at school. I was working at the school in those days.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a production she did of 100 days of school.
Right.
So 100 pennies, 100 cotton balls, 100 toothpicks, 100 flowers, just hundreds of things.
She goes way above and beyond, I have to say. She is amazing.
But she had all the high school students involved with all of the elementary students with these wonderful things that they could count in batches of 100.
Mm-hmm.
But to be so inspiring, she's a wonderful teacher.
She's really inspiring, and it's a great partner for me to have because she really brings it out in the kids, and she's really inspiring.
I loved seeing her in her classroom, and it's so great that the two of you are able to work together like this. What are your plans for the future now here? Where are you going now?
Well, we're growing right now. In the last few weeks, we've just gotten a bunch of new kids, younger and older, and part of that's because we actually got to see The Lion King. We flew over last month with 22 kids and 10 adults to see The Lion King, and that was it's an amazing show. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It will inspire you to go into that career if that's what you like, but we're actually having 3 cast members fly over here, and they're going to work with the kids next Monday. That's really, really exciting.
So tell me, how much did it actually cost you to get your whole group over to Oahu, put them on the plane and get a bus and feed them lunch and take care of them during the whole day? How much did that actually cost?
It's about $8,000 to $10,000 for that one trip, and a lot of that came from our show last year, about half of that, and then the other half was just the community here is so generous. We did a couple of chocolate fundraisers, and people they heard what we were trying to do, and they just donated.
Yeah, I bought some of your chocolates. I wish I had
You're
given
one of
you
our
back.
donors.
I know, but I wanted to give you back the chocolates instead
That's
of
what people.
eating
That's
them.
what people did. They just said, "I don't want chocolate. Here, take money."
Take money instead.
Yeah. So that's just great to have the community
I
supporting.
know,
it.
and the new owner of Island Air happens to be our major landowner here now of Lanai. So Island Air has also been very generous
They
with
definitely they have helped a lot because they gave us a 50% discount on 20 airfares, and we could not have taken 22 kids if it weren't for that. We would probably have taken 10 or 12 because that saved us at least a couple $1,000s.
That's really
So-
good. And then the performers from Lion King who are coming to visit, those are donated tickets too by
Those are
someone in the
donated
community.
tickets too. Gail Allen, who owns the Island Treasures here, she heard about she was actually on the flight back with us from Lion King, and she heard about what we were trying to do. And the 3 cast members that are coming, they actually gave us a backstage tour because I had emailed them, and they reached out to us again. They were like, "Sure, we'll give you a backstage tour." And then so she heard about that, and 2 of them offered to come over here if we sponsored them. So she sponsored them right there.
Wow. But your group also got to perform for the performers
That
at the
was
Lion
awesome,
King.
too.
So what happened there?
Well, I had the kids learn a song from the show, "I Just Can't Wait to Be King," because I knew we were going to be going, and I thought, hey, maybe there's a small chance if we meet them, we can perform for them. And lo and behold, they did. They did right
That
after the
must have been
show.
so fun.
It was the most amazing moment.
Alberta and Matt, we're running out of time. We're going to go to our next show in a minute. It's the State of Energy show. We're going to have Mike Gabbard, the chair of the Senate Energy Committee, and Russell Ruderman from the Big Island, vice chair of that committee. We'll talk about energy legislation in 2014. But I do want to thank you, Alberta. You know, you do a wonderful job in hosting this program by Skype from Lanai. And Matt, it's wonderful to have you on and hear about your work. This is life in the new global Lanai, the island below the stars. You guys together, great to see you talk about this. Great to see your films, Matt. And I hope we can do it again. And I intend to do it with you, Alberta, next week, right?
Yes, we have a little glitch with our guests, but we have another guest lined up. And I'll be sharing that information with you on your email site.
Thank you so much, Alberta de Jetley, Matt Glickstein. Aloha.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.